As an adult, you want adult music, music that can express and embody the complex shades of emotions you experience every day. That's classical music. You are complex, a vast array of thoughts and feelings, motivations, and triggers. You have a history, some of which you're very proud, and some of which you are desperately trying to forget. You have dreams, goals, and fantasies, along with fears, traumas, and nightmares. And you're probably already using some form of music to help you manage all this, either to forget, or smooth over, or shift yourself from one feeling state to another. But the thing is, in life, you're never just feeling one thing because you stopped painting and feeling in primary colors long ago. You're not just feeling tired in the morning getting ready for work, you may also be feeling frustration, even dread, because you're not looking forward to the work you have to do today. And you're not just feeling lovely in a general sense, you're feeling joy over the great evening spent with a loved one, gratitude for the relationship, and hopefulness concerning its future. Which leads me to the first thing you need to know about classical music. You are dealing with music that can be as complex and nuanced as you are. When you engage with music that isn't as nuanced as you are, it's less satisfying. It doesn't move you emotionally as much. It feels simplistic, like it's lacking something, even if you can't articulate what it is. If you've ever gone back and listened to music you loved when you were in high school, you've experienced this. You remember the tunes, you sing the words, you even feel nostalgia for your first love or graduation day. But there is a reason you haven't listened to those tunes in 10, 20, 30 years. You're a different person now, a more complex person. As a result, the music that really spoke to you when you were younger, simpler, no longer serves. That's the real reason you stopped listening. You outgrew it. 2, you get a choice between large and small. Classical music can be divided into 2 categories: large scale works, symphonies and the like, and small scale works called chamber music. Classical music is acoustic, meaning unamplified, not aided by technology. That means the size of the group really matters in terms of the sheer volume of sound that can be produced. The more players, the more sound, for the most part. And because technology is not used to create any of the sounds, there is no keyboard that, at the press of a button, can sound like an electric guitar one moment or a flute the next. So if you want different kinds of sounds, you have to have the specific instruments that make those sounds. If I had to pick a word that describes the symphony orchestra or that captures the essence of its entertainment approach, it would be spectacle. Spectacle in terms of the sheer number of musicians on stage at one time and the vast array of different kinds of instruments being used all at once. Violins, violas, and cellos, flutes, clarinets, and bassoons, trumpets and trombones, tubas and harps, and drums, triangles, and noise makers of all kinds. Here, the onstage crowd itself, with its myriad of different instruments, is the entertainment, the spectacle. Small scale works are called chamber music. Chamber music is music played by a small group, 2 to say 9 players, 1 player to a part. It's the opposite of spectacle. The word that captures the essence of chamber music is intimacy. Because the performing groups are small and unamplified, acoustic, remember? Audience size, by necessity, is much smaller. Dozens to hundreds, not thousands. No 30,000 seat arenas for chamber music. And since the concert environment is much more intimate, it's possible to have a direct connection with each individual performer and to witness each part of the music being embodied by each artist. Chamber music offers a completely different listening experience from the large-scale symphony orchestra. It is my favorite kind of music to play and listen to. 3. The best way to listen is live. Now, this is true for all music, but it's particularly important for classical music. Classical music is complex, subtle, and nuanced. Every detail matters. Volume, blend, texture, the highs and lows of the instruments chosen, along with the intangibles, that special something you feel happening in the room all around you, but you don't have words for. To hear, see, and experience all those details fully, you have to listen live. You have to be in the same place at the same time with the performers. Your senses and your brain are far better at perceiving and interpreting than any recording device, no matter how expensive or state-of-the-art. Listening to classical music live is kind of like watching a really good movie, like The Godfather. You have to pay close attention to what's happening, because if you don't, you'll miss something crucial and you won't understand the movie. Great films and great filmmakers don't hold your hand, they don't insult your intelligence, and they don't assume you have a short attention span. In great films and great classical music, the details matter. And for music, the best way, really the only way, to experience all those details is to listen live. And 4, it's about the music and nothing else. If I had to pick the one thing that makes classical music different from any other style, it would be its focus on the music itself, not the performer's fashion sense or sex appeal or politics. And actually, I made a video doing a deep dive on this topic specifically, also answering the larger question about who classical music is really for. So click or tap the screen if you want to watch that. Hey, I appreciate you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.